In this video, we're going to look at what we do whenever we have subtraction of integers. All right, the rule is we don't attempt to subtract because often when we do, our mind gets a little bit confused. Instead, what we do is we change all subtraction signs or subtraction operations into addition operations. The way we do that, a few strategies you've learned. I know 6th grade teachers use keep it, switch it, change it. I like to always say subtraction is the same thing as add the opposite. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work example 1, but I'm going to rewrite it a little bigger. I've got -5, and then I say subtract -6. All right, I'm going to change to red so you can see my thinking. I'm going to think add the opposite, and I start at that subtraction symbol. That's where my subtract is. So I change the subtraction to add, and then I do the opposite of the sign of that next number, which is -6. So the opposite of negative is +6. If I will work the problem, -5 plus +6, I'll get the same answer as if I would have subtracted. So now I go to our addition rules. My signs are different, so therefore I'm going to subtract. I'm going to think the biggest absolute value is 6. I'm going to take away the smallest one, which is 5. Okay, 6 minus 5 is 1. Now I look at that biggest number, the 6. It was positive, so my answer is +1. All right, the second example really doesn't need that because it's just 8 minus 2, but I'm going to still use it as an example to show you what you do when you don't have that subtract a negative, okay? So I still think the same way. Let me write it out. I have 8 minus 2, and let's think to ourselves, that's a +2, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to think add the opposite. I'm going to change that subtraction to an add, and then I'm going to add the opposite of that +2, which is -2. So now look at what I've got. I've got a +8 and a -2. That's different signs. So I subtract. I think absolute value. Look, I'm right back to 8 minus 2. I told you it'd be a little bit of a silly example, but 8 minus 2 is 6. Now, the 8 is the largest absolute value. It's positive, so my answer stays positive, +6. Let me give you a little bit of a better example of why you would do that. Let's change it to -8 minus 2. So we changed it to have a negative in the middle. All right, my subtraction sign is there in the center. So I'm going to think add the opposite of 2, -2. So now look, now I have 2 negatives. Those are same sign, so I just add 8 and 2 together, which is 10. And then my answer gets the same sign as what was in my problem, which is negative, so the answer would be -2. I went a little fast on that last one when I got to the addition step. If you need to review the video on adding integers, it'll help to explain what I just did.